Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon. Okay, so we proceed with the presentation for my topic. Okay. Okay. For this SEE 2020 or IC, so I would like to share what have I contribute towards the people with the disabilities, especially during this pandemic COVID-19. So we here at Universiti Malaya have come up with a new technique, with a new way to conduct the interesting rehabilitation technique, okay, known as virtual reality training application for physical disabilities. As you can see from the picture, from the figure, okay, there's a conventional way, and also there's a new virtual reality technique that been developed by our team at Universiti Malaya. So I proceed. Okay, so upper limb amputation. So actually, this virtual training rehabilitation is focused more on the people with disabilities in the upper limb amputation criteria. So those are people that are usually involved with either a congenital bone, or they are actually involved with trauma. For example, they are involved with a health issue and also accident or natural disaster. So as you can see from figure here, there is a lady holding a toothbrush in order to conduct her annual daily life activities. So this lady is with congenital disabilities, okay? And you can see down there, there's a two prosthetics intervention that can be accommodated with this kind of cases. Usually for upper limb cases, we have three types of devices that we can provide for the user. The first one will be the cosmetic prosthetics. The cosmetic prosthetics usually is a static prosthetic. It don't conduct any movement. It just in terms of a cosmetically well good make of rubber. The second devices that is known as a body power prosthesis. As you can see from the figure, it's allow the body movement conducted from one section to another section. You are using your harness of your shoulder in order to move your arm, your elbow, etc. So this is known as a body power prosthesis. And the third one will be the myoelectric prosthesis, or also known as the external powered prosthesis. So when we're talking about the body powered and also myoelectric, there will be a pros and cons. So usually when you're having a body powered prosthesis, it is quite cheap compared to the myoelectric, but then you need to conduct a proper training to the prosthetic user. They need to have a certain training in order to strengthen their bodies, to strengthen their muscles, to strengthen other parts of their bodies, so that they know on how to communicate from one section of their bodies to another section of their bodies. Especially you are using a shoulder power in order to moving your finger, for example. So you need to keep on doing some physio, and also be at the hospitals to conduct some of the therapies, so that you are able to communicate between your input, your shoulder, and also your finger. The cons, I might say that you might feel it's a bit burden, because you see your body posture might be different in a couple of years. You might have some muscles on your left side is much more greater on your right side. It really depends on how you conduct the annual daily life activities. But the good thing is that it is really easy to control it, because you know on it's known as an open loop and also closed loop system. So you know on direct measure and also indirect measure about how you want to use your upper limb prosthetic to conduct the annual daily life activities. Of course, there will be some restriction. It will be difficult for you to pour a cup of water, for example, eating, for example, but yes, it can actually advance and also help you to conduct the annual daily life activities. For myoelectric prosthetics, on the other hand, is easy or user-friendly, but it is quite difficult to make it set up in real life activities. You see, when we design the myoelectric prosthetics, we need to take a look about the activation of some of the muscles. Okay, so usually when people got amputated, especially for trauma, so some of the muscle is not yet active. So we need to, I mean, the physiotherapist need to, rehabilitation unit need to conduct some technique in order to gain back the muscles and also activate again the muscles. Okay, so that will be taking some amount of time. Once we have the activation of the muscles, only then we can figure out where we want to put the EMG sensor. Once we figure out the EMG sensor, only then we can figure out on what could be the position inside the interface of a prosthetic devices, prosthetic socket, for example. So this will be a bit difficult and a bit tough as well, because you see human body change 0.06% daily. Okay, no matter where you are walking, standing, your body weight is actually plus 0.06 and also minus 0.06 in a second. Okay, so you might feel like you are wearing shoe that is quite tight or quite loose. Okay, but it's actually in a fixed size. So same to the prosthetic user as well. What I'm trying to say is that the position of the EMG might be interrupted as well. So the sensitivity of the EMG is not that accurate. So this might cause a delay to the prosthetic user. They might need a time to adjust accordingly to what being provided to them. So because of this problem, or we see that this is somehow we need to improve, okay? And also we here at UM want to create a new intervention and also a new development, taking situation with the COVID-19 at right day. So amputee still need to go to the hospitals, conduct a training in order to gain better muscles, to gain a better technique, etc. So we have developed a new system known as a virtual rehabilitation technique for prosthetic user. So what happened to my slide? Can I go to the slide? No. Okay. So the importance of improvement. So as you can see from here, there's 4 different cases here. So we go one by one. The first one is that the amputee stop using the prosthesis before they master the prosthetic control due to the lack of motivation during task or training period. So usually when they conduct the training techniques, it will be like quite a general technique. Okay, for you see in the first figure where they pick and place a box into another box in order to train their muscles. I can show you one video here. Let me see if I have the video now. Okay. Let me see the video. Conventional. Okay, so these are the examples of how the prosthetic orthotic user, especially for myoelectric, conducting their rehab. Okay, you can see they are replacing from one box to another box. Okay, there you go again. Okay, so these are the general technique that they use at the hospitals. So what we're trying to figure out on how to improve this situation so that the amputee won't feel like they are demotivated throughout the training session. Number 2, regarding the width of the EMG signal, like I said just now, okay, some of the muscles is not well properly trained yet, but the prosthesis has been given to them. So this is might be a problem later on. So why this is happen? Because sometimes the prosthetic orthotic user demands is too early to having their prosthesis, but technically their muscles is still not ready. So what we could think is that we could provide some training to them at their home so that they can have a proper training by themselves. They can motivate it by themselves as well. They can training accordingly according to when they are available to conduct the training for the using of the devices, etc. Number 3 is that there's a little published policies, articles, and also guidance on how actually we want to approach the prosthetic rehabilitation. Most of the cases we have here at Malaysia is regarding the lower limb prosthetics and orthotic user, diabetic case, etc. there are quite a limitation number of the upper limb technique that be conducted, and also can be referred for us to make our own exercise, our own guidance, etc. Number 4, there's a one technique known as mirror box therapy. So this is usually being implemented to those with a unilateral prosthetic user. So they are using other parts of their hand, okay, to accommodate or also to interfere, to integrate it with another part of their missing hand or sound hand, etc. So these 4 main cases that we are thinking about at UM that we want to improve the current situation. Take a look at the motivation, take a look at the EMGs not at the proper position, lacking numbers of a publish, and also some of a mirror therapy that is not well conducted. We had developed some system known as a virtual rehabilitation technique. So what we did is actually we transform whatever that been conducted as virtual as a conventional before into a virtual technique. So we design using computer software, we create our own block and box test, we create our own technique and also our measurement system. Number 1 is that we achieve the final stage of a motor learning in shorter period of time. So meaning like we create the environment virtually, so the prosthetic user or pre-post prosthetic user can have this kind of technique conducted at their own house. So by doing so, it's like a playing a game for them. Okay, so they can easily conduct the block and box test, conventional but in a virtual way by themselves. And at the same time, they might feel a bit better in a motivational, because they will feel like they are playing a different kind of a games with their family members are around them to give support and etc. They also can be improved the muscle condition as well. As you can see, when we ourselves as well conduct exercise at home, for example, in a virtual way, so that can help us improve our current situation, especially during this pandemic COVID-19. We are asked to stay at home, so why not stay at home and conduct your rehabilitation, right? And then the third one is that we also at we investigate what could be other games that can bring a motivational to the prosthetic user, and also help improve the muscles condition of the user. And then we as well conducting investigate the minimizing phantom limb pain during their using the prosthetic and orthotic devices. Okay, so the design development, as you can see from the figure here, this is what we did. We convert the game as a virtual way. I have a video here to make you clear about what is actually in this one. Sorry about the delay. Yeah, so this is how the conventional technique just now being converted into a virtual way. So this is how. So yes, you can see the prosthetic user can conduct this kind of experiment, or can be conduct this kind of a technique at their home. They can easily conduct this technique anytime, anywhere they like. We convert the conventional technique into the virtual way. Okay, so these are some of the examples of the prosthetic user who is using this technique. Another video, and maybe this one. There you go. She can imagine that she are having a hand. So this will help improve communication with his muscles, and also at the same time integrate when she been provided with the prosthetic later on. Okay, so this can help her conduct having the proper strong muscle, so that the prosthetists and orthotists know where to install the EMG sensor, etc. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. We'll continue with the presentation. Okay, so like I said before, so after we finish with the conventional way of training of box and block tests, we also have developed some of the commercial game that can be conducted as well using this virtual rehabilitation technique. With using this kind of different games, it might bring a motivational improve the current situation of how the prosthetic and orthotic user motivate them on how to use the technique, etc. Okay. Once we complete with the devices as well, we have conduct some analysis as well. So we conduct the comparison between the conventional way and also virtual way of using blocks and bot tests. We would like to know which technique is actually bring a more higher score for the prosthetic user. And at the same time, we also check the muscle strength using the EMG and also voluntary contraction MVC. We check their muscles condition after they're using this kind of application for some amount of days and also some amount of a week. For example, we are checking them daily, the improvement of their muscles, etc. And the last one will be we are checking about the phantom limb. Okay, we are using the different technique of a visual analog scale. We are checking whether they are feeling pain at a certain position during their using prosthetic and orthotic devices. Okay, so from our output is that we discover that you can see from the graph, the blue color is the able-bodied. So we also checking how able-bodied are using the system. As you can see, that will be the reference point to our studies and also our research and also development. And the red color is actually the amputee improvement. Okay, so even though the MVC muscle is not great as able-bodied people, okay, able-bodied person, but the amputee actually have improvement and also have precise improvement in the technique daily, okay, in the session. You can see that from 1 session up until 10 sessions, they are improving in terms of their muscles and in terms of their way of conduct the experiment, etc. Okay, and then, yes, you can see from the graph how it goes and it goes. Okay, about the motivational, the blue is the able-bodied comparison and the red color is the amputee way. So we figure out that using the virtual technique, it's actually motivate both parties. It makes like amputee is actually feeling they are equalized to the normal human when they are conducting this virtual technique. So as you can see, it's not far from the way of enjoyment, precise of a competence, precise of a choice, pressure, and also the value and also usefulness. So that is why I might say that the system has helped a lot amputee situation, especially when they are feel demotivated, and also this can help them burst out their motivation again, and also at the same time improve their muscles condition. Some other research finding is that we are checking different games. And so as you can see, like I said before, general fun input, game control, and motivational. It is not different at all. I mean, it's not far from a normal human when they're conducting a game. So what I'm trying to say is that using this kind of a virtual technique, it might help the improvement of the prosthetic orthotic user before they are being provided with the prosthetics and orthotics. Remember that this kind of a system is actually not just occupied for the people to having their prosthetic orthotics. It also can be implemented whenever you are already pre-prosthetics or post-prosthetic. You still need to keep your muscles active. So this is the way on how you should conduct your annual daily life activities, etc. Okay. See some of the games that we implement. So this is some of the phantom limb that we figure out when we conduct the test as well. You can see before and after, patient felt pain at some of the position, etc. But after they conducting the game, some position become lesser already. You can see there is no knowing, there is no splitting, there's no time resisting, there's no fearful, etc. So they become a less percentage for them to become a fear and also feeling demotivated. Okay. So as a conclusion, it's actually the immerse and interactive rehabilitation protocol has the capability to promote a motor learning, improve the forearm muscles condition, also enhance the participants' motivation, and they are at the same time treating phantom limb pain in upper limb amputees. So has the potential to be used as a complementary method for upper limb amputee rehabilitation at the hospitals. So we actually in the process of sharing this technology actually. So you can refer to this link, some of the useful links that we've been conducted for past 2 to 3 years. And at the same time, some of the newspaper clips that you might want to read by yourself. And we have already actually sharing this technology towards directly to the committee. Last year, we were with Pusat Latihan Perinasional Pemulihan Bangi. So we bring the system there, we conduct the activities there. And this time around, we might be at the Pantai Timur to conduct some of the experiment, some of the, to share the technique as well at the Pantai Timur. We might be in Terengganu, inshallah, next year. So what I'm trying to say as a conclusion is that this kind of a technique, we might want to always develop, because it's a conventional way that we've been transferred to the virtual way, which is actually good during this pandemic COVID-19 situation. So with that, I would like to end my presentation. If you have any questions, you can just simply Google my name, looking for Nasrul Anwar at UN Expert, and you see my email there. And if you have any inquiry, any question, you can directly communicate with me through the email. And with that, I end my presentation with one simple video that I actually make during the past 3 years. Okay. Where is it? Nadine, sekejap. Oh yeah, this is the video. Okay, let me share with you.
Is a platform where the student, parents, and educators share their knowledge, their experience, and also technology to the people with disabilities.
This program is under National Blue Ocean Strategy Malaysia, NBOS, with collaboration with Ministry of Higher Education, University Community Transformation Center, UCTC, Cares, Center for Prosthetic Engineering, CPOE, University of Malaya, and Bani, Industrial Training and Rehabilitation Center. In this program, we focused on 3 different aspects, including teaching and rehabilitation, social and rehabilitation, and also sport exercise and rehabilitation. For teaching and rehabilitation, the students were exposed to the rehabilitation teaching process at the center, including prosthetics and orthotics fabrication process. Besides, students from University of Malaya were given a chance to visit and interact with the students from PLPP to get the ideas on how the actual rehabilitation world looks like. For social and rehabilitation, we have visited Tun Razak Rehabilitation Center, Malacca, the first rehabilitation complex in the world that combines medical and vocational rehabilitation with an allied health institute. From the visit, we were introduced to all the facilities and technologies available in the center, especially their return to work program. Our October this year, we had arranged a sitting volleyball friendly match between Universiti Malaya students and the students from PLPP. From this sport and exercise rehabilitation session, we realized that their physical disability do not distract them from the game. Here is some feedback from the participants.
Untuk aktiviti ini dia merapatkan lingkungan hoki dari dia ke kelompok hoki kat bawah buka lagi dia punya mata lah untuk bekerja.
Passion for Universiti Malaya for the of staff.
I love to share my knowledge, and throughout this program, it is the best platform for me to share my knowledge to the students. The result is positive. We are confident that this program can be continued in the future with a good cooperation between PLPP and Universiti Malaya.
Okay, with that, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you so much, and hope to keep on communicate and also enjoy another speakers at the ISEE 2020. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.